Hello and welcome to another episode of Gaming Dudes Podcast. I'm Bren.
I'm Spidey.
And today, man, you got a lot of headroom. I just realized there's so much room above your head.
Oh yeah. What I was gonna say is because your
like the angle,
closer,
the camera, the camera angle is like so high.
So tomorrow is the Gaming Awards. That is the first thing I want to talk about. It's a bunch of shills and stuff. You got the shills out there.
Can you vote for it right now?
Yeah, I don't know if you still can. I mean,
it's probably. I imagine this close. It's probably pretty close.
There's no way
to being over.
But I never watched them. They're like the Oscars.
I never watched them either.
They're like the Oscars to me. I don't really like most of the games that are on them. I could care less about. Typically.
Oh, you can vote.
Oh, you can still vote.
Oh no, it's closed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, wait a second. Game of the year. Dude, we should take a peek at this for a sec.
Yeah, share me the screen, boy. Show me the stats.
Yeah. Let's see.
What's going on? All right, let me see this here.
This is a terrible.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Why does this have this huge of a border? Like, who does that help?
It's not good.
Okay, we got classic.
Yep.
Tears of the Kingdom. We got
Mario Wonder,
Super Mario Bros. Wonder. That's shocking. It's barely been out.
I would probably pick that up honestly, at some point.
Yeah, me too. I'd probably pick that out of. Okay, Spider-Man 2, which we don't even get to play because Sony win, baby. We got
RE4, which is just a remake, which
is kind of a cop-out.
It was cool, but it was a cop-out, 100%.
Baldur's Gate 3. This game I heard is incredible.
Oh, yeah, I've heard it's one of the best games out there right now. Alan Wake 2.
Alan Wake 2.
It's a little interesting that they'd...
Best game direction, Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3. But wow, we did not. Same thing.
Yep.
All the same.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Best narrative.
Cyberpunk. The DLC. Why would you put DLC as like.
Phantom Liberty? I don't know. I don't know if people like it or not.
Yeah, it just seems a little bit.
A lot of the same, though, besides these two.
Interesting.
Best art direction. I do like the art direction of Liza P. I don't really know how Super Mario looks the same all the time, so I don't really. Hi-Fi Rush. That's
the same art style.
Interesting. And the classic, dude. My gosh, this is a boring year.
Yeah, it is.
Best scoring.
Yeah,
I mean, I imagine Final Fantasy is probably really good, like music-wise.
Well, yeah, dude. Square Enix always knows what they're doing with those composers. And best in-game audio, Dead Space Remake. Throw another remake in there.
Kind of a cop-out, yeah. 2 remakes.
You can tell that this year
shows how bad of a year it's been.
Oh yeah, dude, it's been bad. In hindsight, really bad. It's just been nostalgia pander. That's it. Dude,
best
voice acting and motion capture.
Oh, dude.
No, dude.
No.
No. He's emotionless. He is not good at what he does. We got Peter Parker. Our boy Peter. He's at the... Which...
I mean, these look okay.
He was not... He's just... Yeah. I don't think...
Diablo 4 for innovation?
Inaccessibility.
Oh, inaccessibility.
Well, what did they add? Like a
even wider audience? Like, what do you mean? Just because they have it cross-platform?
Yeah, I don't really.
How would this be? You can't even play it.
That's true. Maybe it's
What do you mean inaccessibility?
Handicapped people, maybe. I was
You
thinking.
can't even play this on
Because they always talk about how those are like accessibility
PS4.
options.
Oh, maybe that is why.
Yeah,
But
that's what I was thinking. I have no clue.
It's my alarm to wake up from my nap. Maybe that's it. Because it can't just be. That has to be what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't.
Games
really
for
see.
impact. What any of these are?
No clue. Ongoing development.
Astounding development. Apex
Cyberpunk.
Legends.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, hopefully Fortnite. Fortnite's gotta win that. Has to.
Yeah, I don't really understand.
Fortnite's just doing wild things all the time.
Yeah, I don't really understand where.
Best community support. Destiny's community support sucks mwang. So
Yeah, it's basically they're just shilling, dude. That's all they're.
I would say either. Yeah, I'd take Baldur's Gate or No Man's Sky maybe. Just because No Man's Sky later I heard is really good.
Yeah, I don't really understand.
Dave the Diver. Whoa, he's huge.
My life. Oh,
Sea of Stars. This actually looks pretty cool.
fat guy. What the heck?
Viewfinder.
This seems a bit unusual.
Oh.
That also looks like and look at the picture of that. There's no characters in it either. It just looks like a random background. What?
Oh yeah, I never said I have a new promotion at work, which is why we haven't added episodes and Thanksgiving. But we're back. I forgot to say that at the beginning of why we didn't have an episode for 2 weeks.
Yes, he's been worked to the bone.
We don't know what any of these are. I've heard of this.
Sea of Stars has like the most. It's like a Steven Universe clone over there with the art style. My favorite show.
I heard supposedly Pizza Tower is cool.
I know everyone's constantly talking about Pizza Tower.
Oh, I think Graham talked about it, didn't he?
No, the reason why he did was probably because Matt Pat talked about it. Guaranteed. It's probably.
I don't know what the rest of this is.
That. Why would Matt Pat talk about a whatever that game is?
Best mobile game, dude. Now we're getting into my Hello Kitty Island adventure.
You know that they obviously don't.
I don't know what this even. I never heard of this. Ever Crisis. I know this. I played this. This is actually a great game.
Why would you make a mobile Monster Hunter game?
Monster Hunter is literally like Pokemon Go, but for Monster Hunter.
Seems like an odd.
These all seem like not fair, but best VR and AR experience.
Resident Evil. They got a show for the Resident Evil 8, which has been out for a long time.
Seriously, that has been out for a long time.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
So Resident Evil 8.
Mm-hmm.
It's been out since 2 years. It's been out for 2 years.
At least we got some new games on here.
I will say I did play Ghost Runner 1. That was a fun game, but it was annoying.
I feel like every Dead Island game I've ever I feel like Dead Island's boring personally, but
I played the first one and I was like, yeah, if you turn
the
your
first
brain,
one I played too.
If you turn your brain off and just don't think about any of the mechanics and just want a zombie game that's generic and you need one that and there's nothing else left, I guess it'd be all right. Like I said,
yeah, Armor Core looked cool, but I didn't get it.
it's like
Or it's hard.
yeah, it's now Ghost Runner is sadistic because they you die in one hit and you have to restart the segment that you're in each time. And that would sound like it's terrible, but from what I played, it was pretty fun. Wasn't like some phenomenal game, but it was pretty good. Yeah, I have no connection to any of the other games. Yep.
Man, dude, so much of the same stuff, dude. This is a remake.
Yeah, it's a little bit
No, and this looks terrible.
Yeah, I don't want to play it.
Lies of P is sick. I'll give him that. Starfield, you know what I think about that. Dude, turns out Pocket Bravery?
I've never seen that in my life.
How is this on here? Did they
Yeah.
pay to be on here?
Yeah, that seems.
Dude, there's no Guilty Gear Strive? Are you kidding me?
At least I got Street Fighter.
How?
I mean, that's.
How is... What is God of Rock?
No.
They're picking stuff that I've never even heard of.
Yeah, like,
Okay, what is
like I
Pocket
said,
Bravery?
Slim Pickens, dude. Slim Pickens for the old. How many categories are there? Best, accessibility, like they have so many.
Pocket Bravery.
Like that doesn't make any
It's on
sense to me.
Steam.
And it also has a
A
weird
9 out of
cartoony
10
art
on
style.
Steam?
Well,
What
dude,
are they talking
Steam,
about?
Steam is never really.
Can you see this page? Oh no, you're still looking at that. Okay. It looks like it's... you can get it on Switch. Surprise, surprise.
And it has like the most cartoony art style out there.
It looks like a chibi Street Fighter knockoff.
Yeah, that's
That's what it looks like.
Well, it also looks bad. Like I don't.
Does it
like that
look
art
bad?
style.
Like it looks... Oh yeah, I don't think it's terrible, but it's like, I never even heard of this.
Same. I've also.
How is Guilty Gear not on there? That makes no sense.
Also, never heard of God of Rock in my life. Like, what is that?
Well, this is all strange. I don't know what to even think about that. That's odd. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 makes no sense that it's on there. Whatsoever to me.
Yeah, that's.
Here. Best Family Party Animals. Sonic Superstars. I don't even know what that is.
I think it's like a. Oh yeah, it's that Sonic game. Remember that co-op Sonic game that we saw on that Nintendo Direct? It was that one with 4 players and stuff. It was a side scroller. Yeah. So I guess people like.
Party Animals looked so dumb.
I don't really have an attachment.
Dude, this is...
Yeah.
Oh, I love Advanced Wars. But once again, it's a reboot.
Yeah, it's.
City Skylines 2?
Yeah, and City Skylines 1 was also a garbage game. In my opinion.
Fire Emblem.
Oh, is this sports
cares?
games? Yeah. Oh god.
Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels.
Yeah, it's next to Forza. It's next to Forza.
Hot Wheels is probably more fun, I bet.
Like, why would you?
This multiplayer, not a chance. Diablo 4 sucks.
I'm surprised no one shilled for Modern Warfare 3.
Party Animals.
I have never heard of that game in my life.
We've had a garbage year.
Oh yeah, in terms of games, yes, 100%. There has been nothing that has been. Where's Hogwarts Legacy?
Oh, that's a good
Why is
question. They
that
won't do
not
it
on
though.
this list? Like what? It seems kind of. Well, I know why. Now that I think about it, but still stupid.
Super Mario movie. That looked awesome. I haven't seen it, but I hear it's good. What? This looked atrocious. The Twisted Metal movie looked so bad.
I saw clips from it. It's like a parody. I thought it was. I seriously thought it was a movie from like way back in the day in a bad way.
This movie looked so stupid. Last of Us, the first game was better to me, but
They made the show, dude.
the actual show.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying. The
yeah,
show is.
I heard the
I
show.
watched
was,
like one episode and was bored.
Yeah. Well,
How could it not be the Super Mario movie?
yeah, that doesn't.
Most anticipated game. Hades 2. Hades 2 is going to be sick. Hades
Star
1 is
Wars
awesome.
Outlaws, dude. The open world Star
And
Wars
the
game.
second half of Final Fantasy, because he didn't just release it all as one game.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Star Wars Outlaws seems like it could be sick.
Dude, it could be a return to form for Star Wars games.
And then Tekken 8, obviously, Tekken 8 is dope.
Yeah, no, Tekken's amazing.
Wait,
Content creator of the year. We got a VTuber, I'm pretty sure. Dude, all the weebs came in.
I don't get how Quackity is anything to me.
I don't recognize any of these people.
This guy's been like kind of irrelevant to me, but maybe I'm just like not. Maybe I'm just like out of the loop nowadays.
Who
I don't know.
are these people?
Cypher PK, I know.
Also, you know what's really sad?
Cypher PK's been around for like. Cypher PK's been around for so long.
The fact that there's
Iron Mouse is like a VTuber.
The fact that there is a content creator award on the Game Awards is the most annoying thing to me. No one cares.
I know.
The best content creators, dude.
Counter-Strike 2, which hasn't even been out for that long. Valorant, ugh. League of Legends, which is basically at least an NA kind of. PUBG Mobile is.
It's a
fun game. It's just funny that it's so popular in other countries. It's so popular. Such a popular game.
And there's like 50 knockoffs of Battle Royales, but surprisingly, I'm surprised the knockoffs didn't end up on this list for that reason. You know, for like foreign countries and stuff. Because there are a lot of times where they don't have access to games that we have, so people are like, I gotta make a knockoff of the game. So it's interesting that PUBG Mobile's here.
Dota 2 has been out for so long.
League of Legends.
Yeah, so is League.
Esports athlete? Did it say athlete? No, wait a minute. It said athlete.
Crap, I exited voting. Gosh. Dang it. Where are we at?
We're at like
Best...
esports. It's best esports athlete. Athlete.
I was trying to go back because I wanted to see if I was missing any. Okay, I know who all these people are.
But they call them
Hydra,
athletes.
really? Yeah. I don't know who this CS Ghost person is, but
it's like it's cool.
I also don't know who this Valorant guy is either.
Who's Paco? Hydra.
That is a Call of Duty player. He's good, but I think he's not as good as people say personally, but Imperial Hal is definitely the best Apex player I think ever. And Faker's the best League of player by far. Hopefully Faker wins that. Best team, dude.
No Optic.
Game and Gladiators. No clue who that is. Optic was in it for like I think Optic was in it for like 2 years and won both times. Like 2 years straight.
Now they're just out the door.
They're probably like, okay, you guys can't win again. I'm shocked any of these guys are on this.
I've never heard of any of these teams. Yeah,
JD Gaming.
Coach.
Who cares?
Yeah, dude.
I don't know who any of these people are. Who cares? I kind of like who this is, though.
I see. Yeah, I don't disagree, but that's about it.
Evil Geniuses. She was the coach of Evil Geniuses. They were like so good.
Jordan Gunba Graham? What are these names? Zonic Gunba? Hom? Dude, this is not a freaking like Game Awards thing. This isn't even about video games anymore. Now they're just talking about like esports coaches.
You turn me on.
All right, what else do we got?
Sorry. I don't know. Apparently she was a pro player for a bit on like CLG Red.
Because
I don't know who that is.
this has been the most disappointing.
Next best esports event.
LC.
Blast TV. No clue what that is. Evo it's got to be Evo. I watched Evo was hyped this year, dude. Watching Leffen win in a second game. That was hype. That's it, dude. And then player's voice. Wait, what?
Oh, I think that's just voting and stuff. I think that's all it is.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like.
No, it's not another category. Thank God, because so far that was probably the worst. Like,
that was bad, dude. It's getting bad. It's getting bad.
So, what I was gonna say,
yeah,
is that
one of the best RTS games we've played in years launched.
So there was an announcement. I don't believe it. It's been said 100,000 times. Well, not an announcement. It's a leak, supposedly. I don't believe it. I don't think it deserves the time of day. But they've said this so many times. I think it's about Zelda. They always talk about a remake dropping on the eShop. Everybody talks about it. I'm like, dude, why would that happen? Did they not say that, like... Did Nintendo not say that they were making no Zelda games?
So it's a leak that's fake?
I don't necessarily believe it because I'm only saying this. So
it's a leak about them releasing a Zelda game on Switch.
Yes, a new Zelda game on Switch.
Oh, that's not going to happen.
A remake of a Zelda game. So their logic, his logic behind it, this guy's logic, is basically that. So the Metroid thing dropped, which the Metroid Prime remake, which dropped without even a single announcement, and he thinks it's going to happen after the Game Awards, at the end of it, by Nintendo will announce it, and I'm like, dude, I understand.
Is that a leak, or is he just saying an assumption?
That's the issue with the situation. He says it's a leak, but you can never tell.
I mean, that'd be sick if it happened, but I doubt it.
Now, they did deny...
Plus, I can just emulate it.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So
I
who
agree
cares?
with you 100%. Who does care?
Although, it's nice having it on a handheld if you wanted to, but...
Well, I was hoping if that happens, I would want a full-out one. Not just a game that's the same game. I want something that's different. I want. If you're gonna make a remake,
that'll never happen.
Revamp the engine, revamp the lighting. I'm saying
that'd be sick, but
if that's...
look what they did. Look how they did Mario. They just freaking slapped on ports.
3D All Stars. Oh god.
If anything, we would just get the same thing.
3D All Stars was the worst, and not only that, they basically invited scalpers to come in and be like, "Hey, we'll overcharge you on it." So the people who don't know about emulation basically get gypped out of like thousands of dollars just for 3 really crappy ports. Nintendo, no. I'm surprised the Nintendo fans still stick with them because after that, especially since they pulled something so crappy. It literally, the thing that they pulled was basically like those commercials. For a limited time only, you can have this game or this product if you call 555-4444. It's the same strategy as a freaking shady telemarketer. It's stupid. That was the biggest disappointment of that's probably the biggest disappointment I've had in Nintendo.
Remember that Starfield game we were talking about? Not Starfield. Oh, gross. That RTS, Stormgate.
No, I
apparently
don't.
released its
What was it? Oh, was it that space game with like those ships and stuff?
It's RTS. I mean,
ships in outer space.
Oh
no, it's just a regular RTS. I was thinking of something else.
I'll show it here. I'll share this. I'll share my screen with you on this. Apparently, they released something in it. They released. We've played in years. One of the best we played in years. Launched a crowdfunded campaign yesterday and crushed its goal in 15 minutes. 9 times its initial goal.
So it looks like there's some demand for the old RTS genre.
Just to kind of some veterans from StarCraft 2.
Hello and welcome to the Stormgate Kickstarter. I'm Tim Campbell. I'm the game director and president.
Oh, this is the campaign for this. This is the video. Studios. I thought they meant campaign like a playable campaign.
Oh no, yeah, that's unfortunate.
They're saying they're assembling some of the world's greatest RTS developers who've worked on some of the biggest franchises in the genre to come together to build the next
names
for the real-time strategy genre. Welcome to Stormgate.
Got those classic over-the-top cutscenes.
Our vision is to make the most fun RTS of all time. And to us, that means a lot of different things. First, it starts with core gameplay. We're opening up the RTS experience to new players through new modes, new ways of play. Whether you like story or you enjoy
dude, it's always going to have inverse AI. Always good. And 1 to 3 campaign, 1 to 3 players.
In Stormgate.
Yeah, they got the co-op.
To build this vision, we had to start first with the technology and tools to bring it to life.
I'm James Anhalt, the chief architect here at Frost Giant, and I'm here to show you the custom tech we built for Stormgate. It transforms Unreal Engine 5 into the most state-of-the-art real-time strategy game engine. Get ready for Snowplay.
Snowplay.
Thousands of units. Isn't that like every? 32
at once. Wait, what? Oh!
Dude, that seems...
32?
Yeah, that seems like a nightmare.
Oh, hot joy and reconnects. Rollback!
Dude, rollback netcode.
Snowplay plus Unreal Engine 5 makes Stormgate a truly next-gen real-time strategy game, and we can't wait for you to get your hands on it and play.
At Early Access, we will have 3 distinct asymmetric factions, each with their own unique gameplay, their own unique identity, and core mechanics that are unique to them. We began developing Stormgate by focusing on our 1v1 mode initially, and this allowed us to make sure that the game was responsive, units felt good, and the game blew us away. The response to our earliest pre-alpha test was that it was already incredibly fun. And so we've carried that with us forward into other modes.
Discovery, this is Command.
We're kicking off Early Access with the first few chapters of an epic, sweeping campaign that will allow you to experience the story of Stormgate either solo or cooperatively with your friends.
Nice.
Right up.
As an extension to our universe, we're building an expanding roster of hero characters that you can use in the single-player campaign or co-op as you're exploring the story, but that you can also lead into battle in the 3 versus AI cooperative mode or in the 3v3 team mode that we're building after Early Access. We're then taking the technology and the tools that we've used to build all of these modes, and we're bundling them up to release to you so that you can really unleash your creativity and introduce the world to your own stories, your own characters, and your own mods.
What?
Storytelling is near and...
What did you say?
Sorry about that. I got a package that I had ordered a while ago. So, anywho,
dear to my heart. It's why I got into the games industry and began developing this type of game in the first place. I was the lead campaign designer on Warcraft 3 and the Frozen Throne, where I contributed to some of the epic chapters in Warcraft's history. Together with the designers here at Frost Giant, we're working with Mickey Nielsen, a multiple award-winning, best-selling author who helped contribute to Warcraft and StarCraft, working over 23 years at Blizzard on those franchises. Additionally, early on, we partnered with Chris Metzen himself, the war chief, and one of the key creatives who came up with the vision for Warcraft and StarCraft originally. Together, we've created a framework for storytelling that's going to enable us to tell an ongoing narrative for years to come.
Quite the art.
So let me tell you a little bit about the universe of Stormgate. We're bringing together some of the best elements of both fantasy and sci-fi into a new post-apocalyptic setting. We're set in the near future inside the midst of this apocalypse, where an alien race of infernal, demonic invaders has swept into the world and destroyed civilization as we know it, subjugating all of humanity. And in the middle of this, we mix together post-apocalyptic settings with survivors and ragtag militias and marauders and all these desperate circumstances, along with hard sci-fi elements like battle mechs and spaceships and cybernetics.
This is going to be amazing.
And then we introduce through the others these fantasy elements with dark magic and sorcery and rituals.
What?
At the end of the day, what we really want to do is be able to have a mech punch a dragon.
I had the pleasure of working on the StarCraft 2 version of co-op, and it was a mode that I loved dearly. We see Stormgate's highly replayable 3-player co-op mode as an evolution of that mode, in which there are even more replayable missions. There are more opportunities to cooperate.
This part's gonna
in
be
addition,
so
enemies
fun.
will be more varied. There will be more dynamic occurrences in every given map. One of our primary design goals with Stormgate Co-op is that it'll be a new experience every time you play. A large part of what makes Stormgate Co-op very exciting is the heroes that we have planned for you all. The Stormgate hero is not only just a unit on the battlefield, it's also a brand new array of global abilities you can use anywhere on the map, and new units that are very specific to the hero itself. Let's take our first co-op hero, Blockade from the Vanguard faction. Blockade is known for being a resilient fighter supporting his teammates with heals and buffs. But Blockade's not just about defense. As one of the most grizzled fighters in the Vanguard army, he'll be able to jump into the battlefield and swing his hammer around to strike fear into enemies. And in a pinch, he'll be able to help his allies from across the map with his ability to teleport not only himself, but his units across the battlefield. Co-op in Stormgate is really a mode for everyone, and we can't wait for you to try.
Oh boy,
For more than 20 years, real-time strategy games have been a leader in the world of competitive gaming. With Stormgate, we want it to be easier than ever to compete. Our goal is to reduce the points of friction to enter events and play with your friends, find out who the best player in your school, in your town, in your city is. If you follow a content creator, if you're part of an online community, we want you to be able to play with your friends and other people in that same group. We want you to be able to spin up a tournament and just be competing immediately and removing any obstacles that prevent you from doing that. At Frost Giant, we see competition as more than just esports. It's about community. It's about empowering and facilitating the community to do what they love and to let them do what they want to do without dictating it to them from the top.
Just so much damage over time on the high ground here. Gaunt's trying to snowball, but they're just going to take a massive shot.
We've already gotten the game into the hands of some of the most skilled players in the world, and the results have been phenomenal. It's been fun to watch, it's been super interesting to play, and it's been incredibly exciting to see.
The RTS genre has a long and glorious history, with editors being released to the community. We've seen entire new genres spring out of the Warcraft editor, for example, with tower defense and MOBAs. That started out as RTS mods and maps, and then grew into entire new genres that have dominated the gaming industry. We aim to continue that tradition. Our team worked directly on the editors.
I didn't necessarily know about tower defense being an RTS thing. Like,
I think they mean like MOBAs.
Because I have no, like, that's just, tower defense is like typically just mobile games.
I know, but I think they mean MOBAs just because like you're defending, there's like towers, which I wouldn't call it that, but they could have just said MOBA.
That's interesting.
But yeah, tower defense games have come from it too, from Dota, some like popular tower defense ones, and then auto chess.
For Warcraft and for StarCraft, we built content with them, and we actually help build the tools themselves. We're rolling all of that knowledge and experience into the tools for Stormgate to release to you. One of the powerful new innovations we've done is that the editor and the tools are not a separate client. They're built directly into the game itself. So with the press of a button, you can switch between gameplay and editing mode in order to make it fast and a tight loop to be able to create and test your own content.
That's actually
These tools will be usable to build mods. They'll be used to make maps and tell your own stories and build your own campaigns. Our 4 C's, the campaign, the co-op, the custom games, and of course, the competitive gameplay, are at the heart and soul of what we're building here.
So why are we doing a Kickstarter? We felt that this was the best way to give the community what they were asking for. We've received a lot of requests for physical merchandise. Also, we've received an overwhelming number of requests for how players can get into the beta. Online multiplayer testing is really expensive, and we haven't made any money to date yet. Through Kickstarter, we can expand the beta pool and allow more players to get into the game while supporting Stormgate. One of the great things about Kickstarter is it allows us to deliver a Stormgate Physical Collector's Edition.
Vulcan online.
I don't care.
The Vulcan mech is one of the defining units of the Vanguard army, and we decided to make the Vulcan mech the centerpiece of our Collector's Edition.
That thing is cool looking. Also.
Here you see a fully painted prototype of our 6.5-inch Vulcan statue.
We're really excited to build Stormgate with you and for you, and to have you be a part of this journey and help shape the game that we're creating. This is the beginning of the next 10 years for the RTS genre, and I want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts at Frost Giant for being a part of this process and helping to bring this game to life.
Honestly, pretty promising.
Wow, dude.
Why have no game developers made those promises of putting like the community first? Like
I promise.
I've never seen anyone put the community.
Where's their
first.
Kickstarter at? I want to see.
Because it's called. What is this game called? Stormgate?
I'm trying to see how much they've, like, what they've reached in their. Oh!
Yeah, they reached a lot of money.
Have you looked? Did you look at it?
Yeah.
Almost $1 million.
Almost $1 million. They literally went way over.
They were asking for 100,000.
And you know what's funny? There was a podcast before this where we talked about how RTS games were dead and how we wanted it to come back. And look what happened.
And I think this is potentially it.
I'm hoping that this can kick EA in the nads and prove to them that RTSs are still good, and all the other companies too, and make them realize they need to freaking get off their butts and make good games. I hope this makes them jealous and becomes the king of the RTSs.
Dude.
So that's a lot more promising than I thought it would be.
Dude.
Definitely brightened up the episode after the real big downer of the Game Awards. Like the Game Awards were probably some of the worst.
Oh, GTA 6. Everyone's freaking GTA 6, GTA 6, GTA 6.
I honestly could care less about Grand Theft Auto. I mean, I know people like it. I would rather.
I don't care at all, dude.
Either. Look. It's like if you like that game, that's fine. I don't care.
Like everyone's freaking out about it. Finally, dude. Like all the comments in the YouTube video were like, "Oh, we've been waiting 10 years. Oh, I can't wait to be like banging chicks and freaking robbing people, and it should be sick."
And what's funny,
you can roleplay, dude. Oh,
yeah,
dude,
GTA
roleplay again, dude.
GTA
that doesn't make me want
to. Dude, I'm so excited to see the streamers sit there drooling on their
keyboard. The streamers that I'm watching digitally play a game where they're pretending to be somebody else. Sick.
You know, if you really wanted to do that, just go join it. Like Is it cringy? Yeah, but go join a LARPing community. There's no reason to involve yourself with these people.
Dude, who cares about GTA 6?
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I never cared. And it just,
Nobody cares, dude.
Like,
well, actually, so many people care for some reason.
I'm so tired.
I don't know why.
I'm so tired of. You know what's sad? How many years has it been since we've really been excited for a game? Like, actually been excited.
All the news is GTA 6 stuff, pretty much.
Like, how many years has it been since you've been excited? I feel like the last thing we were really excited for was Halo Infinite. Like, we built it up on this podcast and talked about it so much, and thought, oh, this is going to be one of the best games in the series. This could be. And guess what happened?
Yeah.
No.
What?
It didn't end up being that, which is sad. What I'm saying is I'm just tired of gaming being in this.
I mean, GTA 6 isn't even coming out until 2026. People are like freaking out. So they're like, we waited 10 years for this. I'm like, you mean you waited 10 years for a trailer that you have to wait 3 more years for?
Yep, welcome to my world. Anytime
the game?
I see a game, yep.
Like, who cares?
That basically happens all the time. They'll be like, oh, dude, here's a cool game. How many years has it been for Elder Scrolls fans to wait for Elder Scrolls 6? It's been a long time since that was announced.
And what about Fable?
Oh yeah, Fable, dude? No, that was announced like 20
We're waiting forever for that.
That's never, not never going to happen, but it's going to be a long time before they actually release it. We'll be old and gray. We'll just be geezers. Which be like, welcome to the podcast.
I might be.
No, but that's what it feels like. Games are so bad now that freaking release dates are promised. We get a cinematic trailer, dude. I'm so happy. I get to see 2 seconds of gameplay. Good job, guys. You got your participation.
They're taking players back to Atlantic City in Fallout 76, apparently.
Bro. Just release another Fallout. Just make a new Fallout game. I'm tired of playing. I don't care about Fallout 76. I did hear that the trailer dropped for the show. The show. Which,
dude,
I don't really like. I think
there's been something I wanted to talk about. Because I keep getting ads for this. I don't know if it's because I like work at a place where I fix Chromebooks all the time. But I keep seeing ads for like gaming on a Chromebook.
Google's been spying on you, dude. They've been spying on the conversations.
Oh, this is looking good. Apparently killed with little fanfare. In the cloud. No duh, it's going to take place in the cloud. I saw like a program specifically. I don't know if it's for cloud. I keep getting this ad where it shows someone playing Cyberpunk on it.
Why would you want to play Cyberpunk on a Chromebook? I know that's an obvious question, but
I wish. Maybe this is it. I wish I could see the ads.
The fact that you got advertisements for that.
I did. I get on YouTube. I keep getting ads. It's like, dude, Cyberpunk Chromebook.
Like, why would you want to like? In what universe wouldn't it cost more for the cloud service than just buying a regular machine? Like in the long run?
This is it. Chromebook Plus. This is the ad I keep getting. Oh, it's GeForce. It's GeForce Now. That's what it is. That makes more sense. You just had like, dude, yeah.
Oh, that looks terrible. What is that? That's supposed to be Cyberpunk?
I keep getting that ad. And then I keep getting ads of people talking about it.
I think I'm too much of a perfectionist to be awful at a video game and just be okay with it. Nice. Well done, guys. I love winning. I love winning.
Nice. Well done, guys.
Who is this?
As a DJ.
I have been gaming since I can remember being alive. I mean, my first two memories in life are playing the piano and gaming. For me, when I discovered that you could play video games with other people, that opened up a whole new world to me. Because I couldn't believe that I'm sitting at home and I'm watching somebody else through the air somehow magically do moves and I can see them. That started a journey of playing multiplayer games for me. A lot of my friends live in Canada, some live in Vegas, but when we all meet over on the right, usually it ends up being like we're in the same room. I got you. I'm definitely a smack talker. Oh god. If I start, the first question everybody asks is if anybody's streaming. So that's a little hint of how we go at each other. Oh, I died. That's what my smack talk gets me. GG. I don't want to...
Probably the cringiest.
lose my social connections, but when I'm touring for a long period, it's convenient because I get the performance that I'm used to.
What is he even playing? He's not even like playing a real game. Okay, now he's...
I think throughout my whole life there was this push...
Shut up, dude. But yeah, so we basically are getting like a bunch of stuff like that. Oh, Candace Parker, whoever that is playing Chromebook Plus. Winston Duke. Michelle Rodriguez. Like, it's like, dude.
Here are 5 games to play and how to get the most out of them in the most places with a Chromebook Plus. Is Chef's Kiss.
So we're only playing it because of GeForce Now. So it's GeForce Now, which I've tried this. It's all like cloud gaming.
And you don't need a Chromebook to do that. You could just use anything.
Has to be bots. Awesome review. Thank you, Google user.
I'm surprised.
Thanks for showing us.
I'm surprised Google didn't just mojo with Sony and do a...
How did you get those games on Chromebook Plus?
GeForce Now.
Someone finally telling the truth here. Which unless you have 5G Wi-Fi or basically...
This man is very...
Hey! Okay, anyway.
Okay.
I don't know why.
This is what I think is funny about that. First off, that's the cringiest ad ever. Who sits there and like... Who sits there and freaking brags about the fact that they have a Chromebook and they're using GeForce Now? Like I've never sat down... Like...
You could use GeForce Now on your iPad. Like, you don't even have to...
Yeah, why would you use it on your Chromebook? First off...
It's almost like Chrome... Dude, Chrome tried gaming, dude.
They did Minecraft.
Like Google tried. And no, NVIDIA.
Oh, yeah, you're
talking
about...
Or not NVIDIA. Stadia.
Oh, dude, they're so
That crap
bad.
flopped.
No, because, dude... Think about it. Let's say you buy this Chromebook, and you use this cloud service.
Like,
you're still paying just as much money as you are if you just bought a one-time purchase for unless you're gaming maybe for a couple months and then stopping.
Yeah, I was saying remember we talked about it. We had a whole episode about it.
Yeah.
And the only thing I could think of was, like, if you are struggling and you want to play some games and you can afford, like, $10 for a month and you just want to play a game like a game that's. But then you would still need good internet. So it's like, so you're still paying for good internet.
It's like we said. It's
people.
Like what? How is this going to benefit anyone? Like in any way, shape, or form? It's a cool idea, but the problem is they suck at. They can't implement it. You have to have good internet. That's the biggest problem.
Yeah.
So the people they're marketing to, I mean, like, who are they marketing to? Entrepreneurs who travel a lot, like, or people who travel a lot, like business people? Is that who they're marketing to? Or are they marketing?
That's what it seems like. But if you're traveling a lot, you saw how small my Xbox is.
Yeah.
It's like you can bring. Now that mean you'll have to bring. I hear a lot of things about. I feel like every time I hear a reason for cloud gaming, people are talking about the. I think our dads talked about it too. How like hotel TVs don't just let you connect right to them or something. I guess, which I don't even know how accurate that is, because I feel like I've connected my laptop to the TV before.
Yeah, I did too.
But
actually, I literally did it on a vacation with them there. So
yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. I hear that excuse a lot, and then I hear. I could see it if you wanted to be as like easy as you possibly could.
Bro, you could buy a Steam Deck. You could buy
a Steam Deck for 400 bucks, yeah.
A PS4. You could even buy a Switch. There are so many options.
You could buy a Switch.
If you want a better Switch,
yeah,
buy a Steam Deck. If you want a good console, buy those consoles. If you want to buy a laptop.
True.
There are so many options that people don't like. You don't understand. Now, in this day of gaming, you have so many options. You can pick so many different avenues.
The internet's just not good enough.
No.
Like I have awesome internet right now, but it's like I pay a bunch for it too. So it's like
you're sitting there and you're.
It's like not if you can't afford playing games, you're not going to afford getting something to play games on. You're not going to pay for super good internet, which you need for those streaming platforms.
Like that's the only.
Especially if you're gonna play if you're gonna play stuff like if you're gonna play single player games, it's maybe a little more makes a little more sense. But if you're playing multiplayer games, dude, forget about it.
You're not gonna be able to play.
The amount of delay you're gonna go through is absurd.
You're basically not even gonna be able to compete. They might as well have.
I just think it's
separate servers for cloud gaming at that point.
Yeah, and I think it's a little misleading too. How they're like. How their Chromebooks making it seem kind of like it's with their Chromebooks. It's like no, you're just saying get it. Like, why are you calling it Chromebook Plus when it's a GeForce Now?
Yeah,
you're making it seem like the Chromebook's the thing doing the games, not the GeForce Now.
Google's like, we got the specs, guys. We finally have them. You can now play on Chromebooks.
Or it's making it seem like they have their own service.
Yeah,
of it's like you're using GeForce Now. It's not.
Everyone can use it. Literally, any device you have can use GeForce Now.
Use it on this.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, if you want a game on the go, there are so many options. Literally,
better options, even
better options. Yeah.
Mm.
There's no reason to pick. There is no reason to pick any of that. There is literally or let's say I don't particularly care for big open world games often. But let's say you wanted to do those, you basically couldn't even beat them. You could beat a couple quests, and then guess what? Done. It's done. You can't play the game again. Or you wanted to play a whole series of games. I want to play this first game, and then this second game, and then this third game. Guess what? If those games are long, it's going to be dollars out of your wallet, my boy. Yeah. It's going to be flying
True.
out. There are so many disadvantages to it. So many disadvantages. I don't understand. Where did this, like,
Yeah.
who thought in their head that this was a good idea? And you don't own the games. That's another thing. You don't own the games, which I think is funny. They're trying to push. You know what annoys me? That people are trying to push the whole Netflix for gaming thing. Because I've heard you talk about Game Pass, and you're like, dude, there's almost too many games here. Like, there's too many games. There's no way I'm going to be able to play all of these things.
It's the same thing with everything, with all of it. I mean, you scroll on streaming platforms even for watching stuff, and for me, and a lot of people I talk to are like, oh, it's hard to pick because there's just so many options. Like, if you don't like one option, you can just... If you don't like one option, you could just pick another one right off the bat.
You just be like, oh, I don't like
it used to be, if you went to the video store and you would rent a DVD, it's like you're watching that no matter what. Even if it's not the greatest, you're watching the whole thing because you paid money and you don't have another option.
You basically
now I can sit on my fat butt and watch whatever I want.
Yep, you just pull out your Fire
immediately.
Stick, you plug it into there, you pull out your remote, you look at the screen, and then your brain just goes...
And then I'm like, so many.
You're like,
I'm like, so many things. Yeah, yeah. You're like, there's so many options. It's like, you get bored. Like, I'll be watching a movie, and I'll get bored.
I would
being like, I'm bored. Let me pick something else.
You know what I would do if I were them? I would add like user reviews or something, and not freaking like actual user reviews for stuff. So if something sucks, you don't have to watch it.
Oh,
I know it may be like biased with searches and stuff.
At least on Amazon they do.
Well, that's
on Prime Video they do.
Oh, at least that's something. Prime Video. You know what's funny? The more I think about it, Prime Video seems like the only thing that would be worth a darn, because at least you buy the thing. And
Netflix
you can watch
doesn't really have.
No, Netflix is.
Netflix doesn't have that many good stuff, that much good stuff either.
Remember back in the day when you could watch everything? You could just literally watch any show on there, any cartoon.
Netflix used to have like everything,
It literally
which
had
those
everything.
were the best days. Those were like the best days of it.
We could watch whatever we wanted. I could watch Mega Man Battle Network. I mean NT Warrior on Netflix if I wanted.
And now we just keep getting different.
Oh, dude, Crunchyroll. Hulu.
We keep getting different services.
HBO
Peacock,
Max, Peacock,
Paramount.
Peacock.
They all have their own, and they just break off and have their own. Which I guess, I mean, I get it.
I get
but
why
it's
they.
just...
Well, no, it's just nickel and diming. That's all it is, dude.
Yeah.
Like, why can't it be like YouTube, where everything you want to watch, if you want to watch something, it's just there. Like that is the.
Dude, why is YouTube TV so expensive?
It's because, dude, those people.
What do you get from YouTube TV?
Ad free.
That I don't understand.
Exclusive shows, I think, don't you? Like.
I don't know. Like exclusive YouTube shows?
Yeah, there used to be exclusive YouTube shows on YouTube Red. If you bought it, you would get access.
I do remember the YouTube. I remember that they were like YouTuber shows, and they looked so bad.
They were horrible.
Whoa. Guess how much YouTube TV costs a month? A month.
$50.
$80. A month.
Yeah, that's interesting.
What do you even get for it?
No ads. You can download any video you want, which I don't really understand how that's like a.
Oh, you're paying $1,000 for it for a year.
Just get an ad. Just get ad block. Just get ad block. It's free.
I gotta see what comes with it, like everything that comes with it.
Because that's what everyone brags about. Ads.
One of my buddy has it, and he was telling me how much it was, and I was like, "What in the world?" Okay, you get live TV from major, so it's like having cable. Live sports, limited DVR, up to 6 accounts for
DVR?
one price.
That's old.
DVR, yeah.
That's old, dude.
Yeah, what are we? Yeah, what
are we in? Like, what are we in? Like the 90s or the 2000s?
I can't imagine what would make this worth it.
Like at that point, you might as well just go back to cable. Like
that's what I'm saying. It's basically cable.
like
I just looked. It's basically like I just looked. It's basically like people do it for like the live TV because it's basically like having cable. It looks like.
Yeah, I don't really understand where the logic is with that. Like, I never did in the beginning, dude. Since the YouTube Red thing started, I got so ticked about it. I was like, dude, why would you care? Like, why would I pay for this service if all it's giving me is crappy exclusive shows, ads that I could block, like ad free, which I could just block with an ad block super easily for free, and nobody cares. DVR, like what in downloading videos? I can download videos for free. If I want to watch a video, or better yet, I can record the video.
Was downloading videos actually a service?
It is.
That they were trying to like advertise?
If I wanted to download a video, I could just record it from my computer or use a YouTube converter, MP4 converter. That's how I saved some of those wonderful YouTube videos from SM6.
Oh yeah, quality.
If you're not in the know, it's a really bad music channel. Don't look it up. But what I'm saying is
don't look it up. Don't look it up. Yeah, you should.
Look it up.
You should look it up.
No.
You should look it up.
But anywho, before we end this off, because we're already at the hour. We're an hour and a minute now. What I want to say is, I miss when streaming. I kind of miss when streaming didn't exist in some ways, or when streaming was in the early days. Because
dude, I remember when Netflix was literally like, you would have to like mail. You'd get DVDs mailed to you.
I remember that. It was kind of funny.
Yeah,
I kind of liked it because, like, it wasn't definitely obviously not.
You get DVDs mailed to you, and then you'd have to mail them back.
Yeah, it was like renting, dude. It was still a video store.
But you had way more options.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You had way more stuff, like options to stuff.
Any anime was there.
Yeah,
animes,
exactly.
You had almost everything, but then freaking Crunchyroll and all that crap had to show up. And I'm thinking, why can't it just be like it used to be, man? When I get an apartment, and if I wanted to watch something, thank God I just don't, because unless it's with someone, I can't watch something. It's just boring to me. But imagine if I wanted to watch a show that I grew up with. So I have to spend...
You don't watch anything by yourself?
Oh, dude, barely, dude. I can't get into series like I used to. There were times, like back in the day, I used to watch episodes of stuff, but now I can't, because it's like, my mind's always like, you want to do something else? You want to do something else?
Yeah, mine does that. Mine kind of does that too.
It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not like this negative thing. It is sad because I don't get to experience like what everyone else is experiencing, but I'm not really missing out on much these days. I don't, but I'm saying, why, like, so when I get an apartment, that just means that, like, I'm just going to have to pay for streaming services if I want to watch anything.
Correct.
Why?
You're correct.
Like, who thought this was a good strategy? Like who?
I mean, I don't pay for any just because our parents, at the moment, I just mooch off of our parents.
Well, bro, at the end of the day, how long is this going to last? People are going to get sick of nickel and diming at some point. I hope it goes the way of freaking cable, dude. I hope it goes the way of cable. Because
cable's expensive, dude.
I'm saying in the way of like, or something. I want it to go the way of the VHS. Please die, streaming services, and have one unified.
Oh, you mean like physical copies of things, like video stores coming back?
Honestly, I would rather have that, because at least I have the freaking thing. Like, at least I have and own the media.
I love the process of going to video stores. I absolutely love it.
You had to actually go somewhere.
It's something that, it's like one of those things where, like, going out, I didn't mind going out and doing that. Like, having a streaming service it's kind of like going to the library. Like, going to the library used to be very fun, because they have so many options of movies to watch. They maybe aren't all brand new.
Yeah, and I found freaking video games there, dude. There are so many games that I love that I wouldn't have experienced had I not been at the library.
Yeah, and yeah, so there, yeah, things like that. Like, the library's still around. Like, I don't think the library is going anywhere, but I haven't been to the library in a long time.
I did go there once,
but I don't really read that much anymore.
No.
But video stores. The one that here, Family Video. I went to that Family Video till it closed.
Oh, you did?
I would go to that thing till it closed. Even when I moved out of the house, like my mom and dad's, like I went until it closed down. I would go just because I love the experience of like being in there. First off, it's like incredibly nostalgic, and like you go, you look at movies. They usually had a pretty good selection of like. There's always something you could find, and they had like a section for newer stuff too. Like they actually had some pretty new stuff, surprisingly. And I remember just going, like picking like one or two movies, grabbing candy that was like overpriced, but it's just like cool because it's there. And like, I did that until it closed. I was like sad that it closed. Like when it was closing down, I was like, oh my gosh, like I love going to video stores.
Yeah, I did.
And Family Video is like one of the last. That's the only one around here that we had.
Yeah, and now it's gone. It's literally gone.
And it is gone. It is gone. It made it a long time, but it's gone.
Last movie I saw there we got was live action Aladdin. That was it. That was the movie we.
Oh, so
the last
okay,
one I
so
saw. Yeah,
because it hasn't been out of business that long.
No.
But that sucked because there's that one in LaPorte that we used to go to when we were really young when we lived in Union Mills.
Yeah, I remember.
That one has been gone for a while, and then this one here lasted a long time. But even that couldn't survive.
Well, you know what's funny?
And I miss it, dude. Going in there, it didn't matter what you wore because everyone would go in there looking like a slob because you're just like, oh, it's the weekend. You're getting out to pick up a movie. You can wear your PJs. Nobody cares.
Now, I don't know if I'd wear my PJs because that would just be. I don't want.
I did it all the time. It was like you would see people in their PJs. Sometimes the workers were like wearing PJ pants. It was like it was just the best. It was the best atmosphere. It was like chill. They had that like corner spot for pervs, that like back room area. Obviously, I didn't go in there, but it's so funny that that's a thing.
Yeah, that's interesting. I never thought about the atmosphere. I always just scanned. I ignored the atmosphere. That was my. It wasn't the atmosphere for me. It was the fact that I had a physical copy of something. And
when you would get something there, you'd make a decision and you'd watch that movie because even if it wasn't very good, you couldn't just switch. You're like, well, I paid to rent this.
Well, it's not like even when you bought DVDs where you could just find another movie in your massive stack and just watch that. You're just taking a risk. I do agree with you. It is a risk, and nowadays you can just access everything. And
now I can be like, oh, it's hard for me to even watch something because I can just pick something else. Yeah.
And to me, it's just like. Hey,
I miss video stores really bad.
If freaking records can come back, anything can come back, dude.
Dude, there's no way.
Like, dude, records.
Videos.
How are records still around? I'm being honest. What purpose does a record serve? You know? What does it serve?
It's got certain sound quality to it that you have to have a certain. There's a reason that vinyl is like still good, but I think you have to have like a really nice record player for it to matter.
I guess I'm saying I see people eat those up like hotcakes, dude. Like they sell like hotcakes.
Yeah, I love the sound of them. I just don't. There's a specific reason.
I guess what I'm saying is stuff comes back, dude. Freaking flip phones somehow came back. I'm honestly shocked that those did. Like the form factor of flip phones. Like, why would you... Like, I never thought in my head, you know, I need a flip phone. But it exists. And you got one. You have one of those flip phones.
The tablet ones?
Yeah, those are
Oh,
a
like
thing.
the one that goes into a tablet?
They took an old idea and they made it better.
Yeah, true. Like
And
a flip
they
phone. Yeah,
made it
true.
very
That is
similar
true.
in concept. Like I'm saying, ideas may fade, but
There's
an
no
actual
way.
advanced version.
Dude, I wish so bad. If I knew a video store was coming back, it would be like I would go there for sure. Like Family Video, I didn't realize this, but Family Video closed everywhere. Like they closed down everything.
Yeah, it's not like Blockbuster. I think that one has one last.
Does it?
Yeah, I've heard people say it does. It might have closed down now. That was a while ago when I read about it.
Because Blockbuster, I'm pretty sure, has been dead for a while. Yeah, permanently. The one here is obviously permanently closed, but do they actually have Blockbuster still?
Yep, the last Blockbuster is still alive. In 2023.
Really?
Yep. It's in Bend, Oregon.
Do they?
Yep.
They do have. Is that the only
there's
one?
two other ones. One in Canada. And so it says one of three. So I don't know what the other ones. Oh, I think it's just 3 Blockbusters in America, North America, and one.
Okay, so they
Canada.
have some.
One other Canadian thing. So they still exist. It's just you have to travel to Oregon to experience your memories, which I would not like. Yeah. It's a tourist destination too. People go there for that purpose too.
Oh, they are? That makes sense.
Yeah, it's probably
Dude,
why it's
that's
kept
what I'm
around.
saying. I think that the like I said, people are like me.
Yeah, I want to have that again. If someone traveled to go there,
People are like me who like want to go, who just want that experience.
But to go all the way to Oregon if you don't live there, like, that's interesting. It's an
Is
interesting.
Blockbuster coming back? To come back after its website, blockbuster.com. See, blockbuster.com came back online over the weekend. Yeah, I like they still have a website.
Then what do they do with it?
Wait. Oh, they don't have a website. We are working on rewinding your movie, but while you wait, check out all that Sling TV has to offer. That's probably an online streaming platform. It is.
I think that one.
So it's just an ad for
a streaming service.
Yeah.
Anywho, I say we end off this episode. It has been a wild whirlpool of many things.
Yeah.
We started off with it was kind of focused. We got the rumors. We got the RTS game, which I'm excited for Stormgate. I wish movies were like they used to be. I wish things like I'm not gonna be like, oh, you kids, look at you. I'm more so saying from
when it comes to I'm always a fan of the modern times, but when it comes to movie rentals, I miss movie rental stores. That's one thing I miss a lot.
Oh, same.
And then renting video games from it too.
Plus,
dude,
we had so many good video games, dude. We had so many back then that were.
Or you'd be able to rent, dude. It was so fun being able to rent a video game and just like having time to play it.
Dude, I
was just
a lot of the Spider-Man games. It gave me a trial for some Spider-Man games, and I was like, "Oh, these are actually really good."
Yeah, it's like freaking treasured memories for me. You could rent game systems, so you didn't have to actually buy the game system. You could. I think you rented something for Spider-Man, didn't you?
Yeah, I didn't rent it. I rented just the game. I think it was like I think it was Web of Shadows and Spider-Man 3. Those were the 2 games that I did, and phenomenal games. I'm glad I tested them out before I bought them, but they were good.
See, that in and of itself is a fantastic.
Yeah, it's phenomenal games, dude. They were. I actually went to the library and bought a Spider-Man the Animated Series DVD, and that started my comic book nerd phase. Like that was one of the beginnings of me.
Is it Spider-Man what DVD?
Spider-Man the Animated Series. It was the whole Venom series. It was the best saga.
From the from a movie rental store?
It was from a library.
Okay.
It was amazing.
I'm trying to remember what the last movie from the movie rental store that I watched was.
For me, it was Aladdin. That's it.
I feel like it had Keanu Reeves in it. It might have been a John Wick movie. I can't remember, but those will be forever missed. I went to that one here in Valpo until it died.
And we will mourn them greatly. Anywho, God bless people.
Yeah, God bless.
We've it was fun, but we got off the
Unreal.
track, yes.